Today, we're going to talk about Jeff Gray, that dangerous, dastardly, malignant felon who deserves to be removed from society by force.
I have a gentleman outside of our restaurant at Funky Pelican. Has like a homeless man sign. I just like him trespass, please.
Okay, and what is he doing?
He's harassing all of our guests.
I mean, what he's doing is technically, it's not breaking any laws, but I'll try to get him there. He doesn't want to give ID. Said we can't trespass him from here. He's going to get trespassed.
And actually, we can trespass you from here.
Trespass me from here. I will not leave. You can take me to jail if you want to, but I'd rather not leave now. You cannot trespass me from a public sidewalk. Why would you think that you can trespass me from a public sidewalk?
Because this is our boardwalk and our pier.
Oh, if you're dumb dummy, you think that.
Okay.
I'm dumb.
We're going to ask you to leave.
I'm not leaving.
Okay.
I refuse to leave.
So you're refusing to leave?
I am refusing to leave.
Okay. All right, let's do that.
All right.
That's right, folks. Right here in America, the land of the free, home of the brave, where we've got so many serious problems, we don't know where to start solving them. This is a felon. Welcome back to the Here's the Deal channel. Stay tuned,
because we need to talk about the felonious actions of this vile criminal.
Here's the deal.
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 Here's the deal. Here's the deal.
Here's the deal.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal.
Here's the deal.
Here's the deal.
Here's the deal. So here's the deal.
Now, it's likely that you've seen Jeff Gray's video already, but you're going to want to stick with me because I want to show you what people who love tyranny and hate freedom actually have to say about people like Jeff Gray and what they think should be done to him. So let's take a look at this from the top, starting with the truly felonious false 911 call police report.
Hi, I have a gentleman outside of our restaurant at Funky Pelican. Has like a homeless man sign. And I just like him trespass, please.
This is the Funky Pelican. The Funky Pelican is another business that thinks they own the public sidewalk. You seem to have an issue with me standing on the public sidewalk saying, God bless the homeless veterans.
No, I actually don't have an issue with that at all.
Can I see what your sign says?
No, you don't need to see what my sign says.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You seem to, it's like you got an issue with it. You're coming out here with a sign saying, don't give him money. You're acting like I don't have a job. See, the thing is, you don't understand. All I'm doing is saying, God bless the homeless veterans on public property.
And what I'm saying is, I'm a veteran also, and I don't understand why you're doing it in front of this business.
Because I feel like it. Because I served the military, I swore an oath to uphold and defend the Constitution, and I have a right to do it right in front of this business or anywhere on this public sidewalk.
Yes, you do.
And I have heard that the Funky Pelican runs homeless people off when they come out here with signs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've heard that. Is that true?
Hi, I have a gentleman outside of our restaurant at Funky Pelican. Has like a homeless man sign. And I just like him trespass, please. Flagler Beach, Funky Pelican.
Okay, and what is he doing?
He's harassing all of our guests, and he's standing out front.
Do you know what the sign says?
That, my friends, is a false police report. If in fact Jeff Gray is not outside standing on a public sidewalk harassing customers, why aren't the police going after her? Why isn't she in jail? Why didn't she get put in cuffs?
A homeless vet.
Okay, and he's still outside now?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want him trespass? Do you guys?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Okay. We'll have a unit come by, okay?
Thank you.
What's going on, man?
How much are you?
Doing good. What's going on today?
I'm just out here spreading the message, man.
All right. Well, they want you trespassed from here.
They can't trespass me.
They can trespass you from here.
They can't.
Why is that?
Trespass me, well, specifically where?
In front of the Funky Pelican, from the Funky Pelican, and technically, you trespass you from this entire boardwalk area.
Okay, go ahead and do it. I won't leave and get arrested for once. But I'd rather you not. You can't trespass me from the sidewalk. All right, so you're Officer Luttell. Good job.
You got an ID on you?
I do, and I'm not giving it to you.
Now, the cop right here in front of Jeff is acting like he can legitimately arrest him for carrying a sign on a sidewalk in front of a business. When the cop goes into the Funky Pelican, he admits, yeah, he's technically not breaking the law. Stay tuned.
Why is that?
I don't give out my ID. I don't feel comfortable giving my personal information to strangers.
Well, seeing that I'm not just a stranger, and I'm actually doing an investigation now, because there's been accusations of you harassing somebody. So,
have you seen me harass anybody?
I'm just telling you what I came to call.
You got hearsay is all you got. Okay. Right. So do an investigation, and
Perfect.
See what you do.
Okay.
See what I'm doing.
While he's walking in, going to talk to this is extremely insidious and evil because the cop knows Jeff is not breaking any laws and he knows he doesn't have any evidence against him.
Yeah. He said we can't trespass him. He won't give me his ID, so.
He's like writing on our chalkboard and we're asking if people are making it. I'm like, well, go over there. Just move over there. He's not right in front of people are leaving.
So you guys don't really want to trespass, you just want to.
Well, I mean, I would like, I'm just going to stand right there and trespass.
Okay. So I can trespass from the Funky Pelican, and then just have him move along. I mean, crosswalk. Let's go down there where there's not business. So we've got guys coming in, coming down this heavy traffic flow area. Okay. And stand right there. All right. No, I got you. Okay. I mean, what he's doing is technically, it's not breaking any laws, but I'll try to get him there.
Did you hear that? What he's doing, technically, he's not breaking a law. The cop knows he's not breaking the law, but he's going to abuse his power and authority, standing by his badge and the supposed authority of the state to strong-arm Jeff and manipulate him or try to manipulate him into moving. The cop knows the whole time Jeff's not doing anything wrong. This is how deeply insidious this entire thing is. And that anybody would applaud this when the officer completely admits that Jeff is doing nothing wrong. And you've got these anti-Second Amendment, anti-First Amendment, they call it frauditor or trolling channels. They admit basically without outright saying it, I love tyranny. I'm on the side of the law enforcement, dishonest, disingenuous tyrant who knows that Jeff is doing nothing wrong. And I still want to see him lay hands on Jeff and throw him in the back of a cop car and kidnap him, knowing that he's done nothing wrong. The troll channels applaud this, and stay tuned because I'm going to read you a direct quote from one of the troll channels that applauds the abuse of Jeff Gray under the supposed auspices of legitimized state authority.
Appreciate you. All right, man. So, what we can do is trespass you from the Funky Pelican, and the only thing they're asking is to just move down one way or the other. Simple
Asking.
request.
I got you. I'd rather not. I'd spread the message right here where it's okay. Traffic people come across the crosswalk and lots of traffic through here. That's all.
Okay. So if you stood over there, that's going to not spread your message?
I'd just prefer to stand here.
Okay. You don't have a name? You don't have anything?
My name is Jeff.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Okay. Last name?
I'd rather not get my last name.
Okay. So,
how you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Good.
Let me see the back of your sign. Okay.
Now, let me just say at this point, again, Jeff knows he's doing nothing wrong. The cop admitted he's doing nothing wrong, and yet they're going to still violate his rights. This is off the charts, freaking crazy. And they're not just going to take him in, they're going to charge him with a felony. Let me show you what a felony actually is. Check this out. I'm just going to give you the raw definition of what a felony actually is. It's a serious crime, typically punishable by imprisonment. And it says for more than a year, or in some cases by death, depending on the jurisdiction and legal system. So people who claim that Jeff Gray is committing a felony are also possibly saying that he deserves to be put into a cage or he deserves death. Get this, for standing on a public sidewalk in America with one of the most wholesome messages you could possibly lay on a piece of cardboard. It says in the United States, felonies are distinguishable from misdemeanors. So they have an option. Let's see, did Jeff commit a felony or a misdemeanor? There's an option within the framework of the legal system, and the option they choose is cage him or kill him for doing what he did, that dastardly individual that needs to be removed from society and kidnapped by badged armed agents. It says, which are less severe offenses with lighter penalties, usually less than a year in jail or fines. Felonies include crimes like murder, rape, robbery, arson, burglary, fraud schemes. This drug offense is ridiculous because we know the drug war, it's not a war on drugs, it's a war on people. And we know that the police state and law enforcement officers are constantly out there waging war against people and people's rights. So let's get back to this right here and stay tuned. Again, I am going to show you a direct quote from one of the trolling channels who applauds tyranny and hates freedom.
So, doesn't want to give ID. Said we can't trespass him from here. He's going to get trespassed verbally from Funky Pelican.
So they're trespassing me from in there?
Yes.
And actually, we can trespass you from here. We can, they can, but we can. They can.
Give it a try.
Okay. So,
What ignorance. I mean, think about the irony of this whole thing. He is in a profession called law enforcement, and he is completely ignorant of the laws that he's claiming to enforce.
Trespass me from here. I will not leave. You can take me to jail if you want to, but I'd rather not do that. You cannot trespass me from a public sidewalk.
why do you take it down?
Because I know that. You remember what's your name? Yevington? All right. Why would you think that you can trespass me from a public sidewalk?
Because this is our boardwalk and our pier.
It's public property, right?
Yeah.
All right.
And we can trespass people.
If you're dumb, you think that. I'm dumb. All right.
So the one cop goes inside with the Funky Pelican management crew. He goes, technically he's not breaking a law. This guy's like, no, we can lay hands on you and we can trespass you from public property. Yeah, we can do it.
Why are you getting so nervous that you're twitching?
Don't be a dumb.
Okay. So let me just explain.
Okay, go.
Okay. So we're gonna ask you to leave. Okay. From here. If you don't leave,
I'm not leaving.
Okay.
I refuse to leave.
So you're refusing to leave.
I am refusing to
Okay.
leave.
All right. Let's leave. All right.
There we go. Hands on. Hands on.
I know.
No crime committed.
Yep. We'll get it. Yep. We will.
Police state torture
Move
cuffs.
down one way or the other. 50
Threats.
Feet, 25 feet. That's it.
Yep. Let's go. All right. Get my camera. That's over there. Yep. We'll get it. Come on. It's over there.
Come on.
You grab my camera from here, too, please. This one right here? Yeah.
What's that going on? What's that around?
I might want to search me and get my gun out of my pocket before you put me in the back
we
seat.
will.
Yeah.
Yep. So you don't forget, sir.
You have anything else on you? Just gonna poke me,
I'm
stick,
not
and
answering
stab
any question. I thought you were in my pocket and off. I can't put else.
There we go. Exercising his Second Amendment rights. So he's exercising his right to freedom of speech and freedom to assemble and his Second Amendment rights. Every one of his rights are getting violated, which means these cops who are supposed to be promoting and supporting and upholding your rights would do the same thing to you if you were standing in Jeff Gray's shoes. This should infuriate every single American. They are pissing on the graves of every single serviceman who thought they were fighting for democracy and freedom in the American way.
Unbelievable that you guys still do stupid shit like this.
And what kills me is one of these cops is a veteran.
That's away from the public sidewalk.
Yep. We asked you to
Who's the
leave.
supervisor?
You're looking at him.
That's it.
Where's your gun?
I
Wow.
got on the drum out here.
Gotta tighten these cuffs real quick. Block them so they don't pinch up on it. All right, well, I'll adjust it real quick. Just...
Officer Dum-Dum.
Supervisor Dum-Dum. Yeah, man.
That's you right there, Supervisor Dum-Dum.
Yeah.
Arrested a man for freedom of speech on public property.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me guess. You're going to sue me, take me to court, have me arrested, have me fired. The whole 9 yards, ain't you? You do realize we do this every day. This ain't our first trip in Oregon, right?
We do this. We're law enforcement agents. We're experts in the law. We enforce the law. We do this every day. We have plenty of practice, and yet they're continuing to run roughshod over the rights of Americans when every single right is fundamental. You don't have to go searching through pages and pages of documents. It's clearly spelled out in the First Amendment, in the Second Amendment, in the Fourth Amendment. Now he's getting his Fourth Amendment right to be secure in his person violated. But we do this every day, the cop says. In other words, translation, we violate rights every single day. Let me just give you the first quote from one of these trolling channels. He says, I'm not saying that it is part of a strip mall or private boardwalk, but I'm saying it's quite possible. And if the cops were willing to arrest him for a felony for that, listen to what he says. I hope they, the cops, did their research and made sure that they're actually going to nail him. See, these trolling channels just want to see people nailed, whether they committed a crime or not. They are willing to look at constitutionally protected freedoms and the exercise of rights as a felony worthy of punishment, worthy of jail time, worthy of fines, worthy of a felony record on your life for the rest of your life. Because if not, they are going to fall into his trap. And what trap would that be? Let's just think about this logically for a second. If a cop claims, I'm going to protect and defend the Constitution, the rights of the American people, so help me God, and a guy goes out there and exercises the very rights that the cop swore that he would protect and defend, how is that laying a trap? That's you actually saying, hey, I'll take you up on it. If you're not going to violate my rights, I'm going to go ahead and exercise my rights. Here's me exercising my rights. Oh my God, you set a trap for me. You made the deal too sweet for me. I was attracted to it like flies on crap. Now I've got to violate your rights. How do you set a trap for a guy who promises to uphold your rights? And then when you exercise your rights, he demolishes your rights. Can you explain that, troll channel? Can you explain your hypocritical and inconsistent nature and your incessant practice of calling rights crimes? And to be 100% clear that this is what he does, this is a trap. Exercising your constitutionally protected rights, not harming anybody, not threatening to harm anybody, not damaging property, not stealing property, just exercising your rights, this troll says, and his audience, for the most part, says, is a trap. I'm setting a snare for the law enforcement officer by exercising rights that he claimed to protect. Guess what? If he abides by his oath, if the officer abides by his oath, he's not going to fall into the trap. There is no bait to take. What are you talking about? His one and only purpose is to get arrested so he can file a lawsuit. I know Jeff Gray. That is not his purpose. His purpose is to walk as a free man on American soil, exercising his right, and his expectation is that nobody will bother him. But if they do, they should suffer the consequences. The problem is when he files a lawsuit because of qualified immunity in certain states, this is the state of Florida, and they do have qualified immunity, then they will never suffer direct repercussions. Their pensions will never get liquidated. They will never get fined. They will never see any jail time. They won't even be indicted because of qualified immunity. Tell me that is land of the free, home of the brave. And then this troll says there is no other reason to do this type of shenanigans. Let's go ahead and get back to the video and let's watch some more of Jeff Gray's shenanigans. It's Jeff Gray's shenanigans. It's not the police state's shenanigans.
Right there on the serious. We can actually do this. All you had to do was respect my civil rights.
Have a seat.
All you had to do was respect my civil rights.
seat.
And I ask you for
This is your last chance to let me go.
Have a seat.
Have a seat, please.
You're violating my rights. Can you please not violate my rights?
Have a seat.
You know you're violating my rights.
Totally.
But you don't
Have
give
a
a shit.
seat.
Okay, all you have to do is give us your ID so we can trespass you from the Funky Pelican. We'd be moving.
I love that Jeff Gray gives them a warning to the very end. Here's your opportunity. You got one or two choices: trample my rights or set me free and admit that you were trampling my rights. Those are the only two choices you got. What choice are you going to make? And then the officer, against the verbal barrier that Jeff Gray put out there, plows right through it and tramples Jeff Gray's rights, which by extension, let me just be super clear on this, is a violation of every American's rights, not just Jeff's. This exponentiate this out. This applies to everybody. These same cops would do this to you. They do it to your grandmother. They do it to your children and your mother and your father.
Moving on.
I can't sit back here, man.
You're going to have
Ow, ow, ow.
Look at these thugs, freaking thugs, man.
All right, I'm gonna run this on teletype real quick.
All right, so they end up arresting him. Hang tight because I'm going to show you an article and what they actually say in the article. But let me read one more of these crazy comments from the trolling channel. He says, I do have to agree that it's not the biggest car, but it's also not unreasonably small. He definitely does fit in there, and the cops showed him very well that he can fit in there if he wants to. So yeah, his claim of being crammed in a small car, at the end of the day, when you get arrested, it's not a joyride. It's not supposed to be the Ritz-Carlton. You know it's unpleasant because you effed up. You did something wrong, Jeff. How dare you say God bless the homeless vets on a public sidewalk, not harming anybody, threatening to harm anybody, damaging any property, stealing any property. How dare you think you can exercise freedom on American soil is what this guy's saying. Who do you think you are? You got what you deserve. You got the tyranny that you deserved. Only these trolling channels don't call that tyranny. They call it justice. Woe to those who call evil good and good evil, who call justice or injustice justice, who put darkness for light, light for darkness, who put bitter for sweet, sweet for bitter. Isn't that what the scriptures say in Isaiah 5:20? It says if he's constantly fishing for these lawsuits, he should at least get used to how it feels to be in the back of a squad car, because it's going to happen quite often. Frauditors always think they're the smartest person in the room, no matter what room they're in. It's just their nature. So I want to show you part of the article here from the Daytona Beach News Journal. It says Flagler Beach police arrest a man who refused to move from the sidewalk at Funky Pelican. A man standing on the sidewalk in front of the Funky Pelican and holding a sign saying, "God bless the homeless vets," was arrested after he refused to leave. He was also armed with a gun. How about, why not paint it like this? He was also exercising his Second Amendment rights. And I will read you a couple more pertinent paragraphs. Funky Pelican management contacted police saying that Gray, a First Amendment advocate, was harassing people and taking pictures of customers entering and leaving the restaurant. This is a lie. This is a false police report generated through the 911 emergency system. They said they asked him to leave, but he refused and was, quote, resistant to their request to stop harassing customers, a charging affidavit said. It says, in the body camera video, Officer E. Luttrell tells Funky Pelican staff that Gray was technically not breaking the law, but he would try to get him to move away. So even the article admits what the body camera reveals, that Jeff Gray was actually doing absolutely nothing wrong when a band of state-sponsored terrorist agents decided to put the torture cuffs on him and kidnap and charge him and cage him. Leave your thoughts about this for the world and global thought, please, in the comment section below. What am I missing here? Do you believe Jeff Gray is actually a felon who should have been charged, who should have been thrown into jail for simply holding one of the most wholesome signs that you can have? God bless the homeless vets on American soil on a public sidewalk. Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought, please, in the comment section below. If you haven't already, subscribe to Honor Your Oath Civil Rights Investigations. I will leave the link to Jeff's channel in the description below. If you visit him, let him know that Here's the Deal sent you. Like this video, share this video, comment on this video, grab a shirt, become a channel member, but more importantly, know what your rights are and stand on your rights, because if you don't flex your rights, you will lose them. I'll see you in the next video.